All right, what's up everybody? We are back in the garage and we're about to start working on this bumper. I'm gonna start off by taking the stripe. For those of you guys who don't know, for those that know, but for don't know, there is a tool for taking off pinstripes, and we call it an eraser wheel. So you can buy these pieces at your paint store, and then this piece here though, you might be able to buy at your paint store, but it's not a high-speed grinder. This has to be set to, here, look, here it says do not exceed 4,000 RPMs. So you don't want to put this on a high-speed grinder because it will break and hit you in the face, and it can hurt. So anyways, this stuff here is used on cars to do the pinstripes, stickers, things like that. It's an amazing tool. Now on this car, taking the stickers off in the bottom was not working out good because it looks like the red and the black is some kind of like a single stage paint, and therefore this just kind of melts it, you know, so that sucks. So, and on plastic, this is not used for plastic. It will shrivel the paint up very easy and quick. I have used it on plastic, and if you're gonna take the risk, you have to go real slow and just almost like if you were doing it with your finger, like very slow, and there's a high chance that it's gonna bubble and rip the paint off. Just finished 80 grit the whole bumper. Check it out. Now again, we just did the first step, so it's okay if we still have a little bit of primer and whatnot, because we're gonna now knock that off with the following 120 grit is what I'm gonna go with it, over it. We did have some body work here. If you guys saw it, it was kind of glued in from the back and also from here and also down here. So I'm pretty sure this thing here is cracked completely. I'm pretty sure that's cracked completely. So, and it's actually held on, like all this here looks good, but this top here did rip, and I think down here looks like it looks good. But so there is some body work there, and then somebody did body work this here, and they pretty much put over Bondo for no reason, because this thing is straight. I mean, all this thing really had was this gouge right here and a little bit of a dent right here. But there was really no need to put that Bondo on this. This is very nice and smooth. And then we do have a gouge here. Let me see, we got another pretty good gouge here and here. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I think the worst on this bumper is this corner for sure. Now we still have some stress cracks under here. And man, I really 80 grit them down as much as possible, and I don't see them going away, so that does make me a little bit nervous. It does make me a little nervous because the idea is that that crack goes down like a V, and you want to sand that down pretty much all the way down to the V, to the point, and that's pretty much the idea. If you sand it down, I mean, as much as possible, and you know, you can fill the rest in with a good primer, some Bondo, things like that, then you're still okay. But you don't want to have that crack all the way in, because that's the part that when you prime it, what's going to happen is it's going to leave a little pocket most times, and even if it fills it all the way in, that crack is going to kind of flex with the sun, is going to shrink, and the flexing, and it's going to crack again, and now the crack looks even deeper and looks kind of even worse. So I'm going to blow this thing off, and I'm gonna now go over everything with 120 grit really good. Make sure we get all of those 80 grit scratches out. We are back the next day with the Firebird. So let's do a little walk around and kind of just go over what I've got done. I did work on it yesterday. I didn't report about it. Was just kind of in the zone and just kind of head down and just working at it little by little. So I got some stuff done, but again, there's a lot of grinding, a lot of sanding, a lot of, so yeah. Front bumper is looking pretty good. Pretty much got it all sanded down. I still got to go over it one more time, and then I was working on these inside pieces here because I got to get at least these corners. I want to get them down a little bit more, pretty much like this right here, just because there's cracks here, and I'm pretty sure those cracks tend to go in these corners here, so we're trying to walk them back as much as possible. So I want to finish sanding this down here a little bit. So I already did some in this corner here, pretty much this corner here. You see I did this corner here, and then I got to do this one over here. So I'm going to be working on that now and just get this bumper done. Give it another 1 or 2 hours that it needs, get it done. I haven't worked on this crack here yet. I got to go get some material to work on that. You don't want to put regular Bondo because this is a flexible bumper, and regular Bondo or putty is very hard and it's pretty much going to crack again. So we have to get something more flexible for that. So yeah, we're going to finish this in this bumper, and then I haven't worked on this side. I have worked on this side a little bit, so I pretty much went over it with, I think, 80 grit. Yeah, I think I went over this here with 80 grit. I still haven't hit it with 120. All this here I did with 80 grit. I pretty much finished hitting it with the grinder, and then I went over with the DA back with 80 grit to get some of those deep kind of scratches out. So all this was hit with the 80 grit with the DA. I finished grinding out some of this upper quarter panel. We have a little dent here, we have a dent here. So I pretty much finished grinding it, and then also going over with the DA with 80 grit. And it looks pretty nice. Also with the roof, pretty much this half over here, I've 80 grit it with the DA. Just kind of getting it more nice and smooth and getting it nice and cleaned up. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if I recorded, but I took these little flares off. Oh yeah, we got the hood off. Alright, so we are done with the bumper. We scuffed it down. Now I'm gonna blow it off. I'm gonna move it to the side, and I don't want to keep grinding. I'm tired of grinding, and we still have more grinding to do. So I don't know, but I like to kind of jump around. It just depends. Like, I don't really do a lot of big projects like this. I tend to work on more newer cars, more, I don't really do full paint jobs, especially like a restoration. This one here is pretty much like a restoration. And I get tired, so it's like I don't like to just be sanding for 4 or 5 days. So by working on sections, it kind of helps to just kind of keep it different and keep it fresh. And so we're done with this bumper right now. I'm gonna blow it off, set it to the side, and then I'm probably gonna start working on these fenders. Once I get these fenders off, it's just gonna look and feel like the car is being divided in half, and hopefully, you know, make it feel like we're moving forward. So yeah, I'm gonna blow this off, and then we're gonna work on pulling those fenders off.